Hi guys, very nice greetings from Germany and from the other way around.
California.
Is that right? Yeah, we are in the house again. Gosia Lorenz is in the house again. We had an interview from many months ago. We spoke about the AI timelines and how they collapse and so on. Yeah, and this time, we want to talk about the current energies, how to protect yourself, and how to create the reality you want. And I think that's very, very important to taking action as well. So welcome, Gosia Lorenz. Do you want to introduce yourself again? Who are you? What's your work? And so on.
Hello,
Your
hello.
age too and everything. We want to know everything.
Oh my gosh, let's have fun. Thank you, Sandra AKURA, for having me, and thank you everyone for watching now and in the future. And yes, there's so much to talk about. It's very important that we are clear, strong, sticking together, not divided and always arguing and being on both sides. It's very important to create consciously our new world that we all talk about, and we constantly think somebody will come and do it for us, or somebody will come and rescue us and liberate us. No, it's all in our hands. Your hands, our hands. We have to do it together. So let's talk about this.
Yes, amazing intro. Yeah, I see the same. We spoke about it, and I feel too, guys. That's why we are here, dear Starseed. So when someone comes and rescue us, so why are we here exactly? You know? So we have a physical body now because we can do so much more here. So we can taking action, we can create the reality we want. We anchor our grids as well. So many starseeds of you are powerful grid workers. So, and we anchor these cosmic codes from our homes into this simulation here. So, and that's why we are here. So when, when we are just waiting for saviors to come, so it doesn't make any sense. So why did we say yes to this,
Yes.
So it is us. It is us. And this is, I feel many people realizing slowly in the spiritual community too, that it is us. And when your heart tells you, hey, I want to do some artwork, or you want to move, or you don't like the situation which you are in now, taking action and change the situation.
Yes, it's very important to remember. Like, I think we forget. I had a tendency to always think somebody is better than me, more powerful than me, knows more than me. I had to realize, and took me many, many years to really trust myself and realize that, and believe and know that I have my unique skill set. I have my unique frequency. I have my unique energy, and you all as well. So your unique energy is necessary right here, right now, wherever you are, with whomever you are. So don't try to be somebody else. Don't try to follow this and that. Just realize who you are, really know yourself, know thyself, right? So believe that, step into that knowing, that power, that potency, that sensation, that feeling of you, of your very unique energy and frequency signature that you're leaving everywhere you're going. So start anchoring your energy, your light, your frequency everywhere you go, and you will see how everything will start changing around you. If you're feeling lost, if you're feeling insignificant, if you're feeling like I don't matter, like I shouldn't be even here, why am I here? And a lot of stars, a lot of light workers are now in this huge crisis because they just don't want to be here, because it's really intense. Like, it's world is intense now. It's very difficult, but we also have to remember, and I remind myself almost every day, that I chose this. I am here for a reason. We're here. If we made it so far, if we're here for the reason, not to like check out and not be in our body and always be disconnecting from everything. You have to probably operate still in 3D in this reality. You still have to maybe go to work or pay the bills or take your children to school or make a meal. Yes, but energetically start creating a new reality, the world that you've been dreaming about, that you think maybe that somebody will build for you. No, you are a crucial element in this creation. We're all crucial elements. We all bring something new and something different to the play. It's like puzzles, you know, every piece is very important to create beautiful
Yeah.
picture. If one piece is missing in the middle,
Yeah,
you
yes, of
can't
course,
hear
we
it.
all create the whole picture, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing what you said. Yeah, I observed the same. So even when I do starseed readings, so the most of the starseeds, they have a low self-esteem. So actually they know exactly who they are, they know exactly the mission, but they don't trust their hearts, they don't trust their intuition. They have a low self-esteem. So when we have a low self-esteem, when we believe, oh, others are more aligned, or they are so wise, right? So it's like you never take your power back because you believe, oh, other people are better. Oh gosh, I can't show up yet. So, oh my gosh. And this is what I feel too, that we are allowed to speak up now. So every starseed, every light warrior, light worker, however you call yourself and label yourself, the time has come. Speak up. Don't be afraid any longer. If people will guard you, if people will stare at you, you know, the soul's already made an agreement. So that's what I feel. And everyone is in another state of consciousness and they all choose their own path. So what is about you? So speak up now and believe in yourself. The first impulse is very true. So it's always the first impulse is very close to your higher self. So in which your soul, your higher self, your cosmic self tries to speak to you.
Yes, and you're exactly where you need to be. You're exactly who you need to be, who you chose to be, and agreed to be. So remember that you had a choice, that this is your creation, your life is your creation. And if you don't like something, well, maybe you can start taking steps, actual steps and action to changing it. And one step at a time, you know, there's biggest, longest journey starts with just one step, with one decision, with one choice, with one no. I am not agreeing to this anymore. And you have to learn to trust yourself. This is actually the most important thing. You know, when you this not trusting ourselves and judging ourselves all the time and thinking like we're insignificant, this is actually a program. This is a technology that was installed in us very long time ago to keep us small, to keep us in disbelief that we have any capacities or any power. You all have superpowers. We all do. You just have to know what this superpower is and step into it, believe it, embrace it, acknowledge it, know it, and recognize it. So it's very important to know that and to trust that and to trust yourself. And without this, we really can't move forward. So never think that you like, oh, I don't know what I know. Yes, you know. You know,
Yeah.
always know the first feeling, the first thought, the first
feeling.
sensation,
Yeah.
the first reaction. If you like your reaction is like this, don't go there.
The first feeling, yeah. Everything what's coming after, no, that's not right. No, I can't do it. So this is just your program, your ego, which is holding you back. So maybe you made some bad experiences, right? And your mind just wants to warn you or whatever. But your ego, your mind doesn't understand that you are a totally new person. That's a totally new moment and a new situation in which you are in. And it doesn't mean when it happened to you in the past that it has to happen in the same way again.
Yeah.
So this means really trust the first feeling you have. This is how I worked on myself as I had social phobia, for example. I had many problems when I was little. So, and I just trusted the feeling. So when I had the feeling, hey, I want to go out, even when I had social phobia, I did it anyway. So my head went crazy. So, or that I went to the pool and I was afraid to go to the pool, you know, but I just trusted my heart. And then my life became better because then suddenly I believed myself and then my mind got it. So, oh yeah, it happened to you in the past and it was awful, but now you can let go of the past. So give life a chance again. This is what I always told myself, give life a chance.
It's so
And then I tried it. Yeah. So, and this helped me most, that I took action, that I trusted my feeling and then I changed it. And when I felt not comfortable, then I changed it. So this is how I, expanded my consciousness And I was not interested in spirituality as I did this work. I did it intuitive. I felt it in my heart. It's the only way to expand my consciousness and to feel my heart again, to believe in myself again, that I see, hey, I'm no little victim any longer. Yeah. So everyone has a other gift to share, and you have the same.
Yes, that's beautiful. That's so amazing. That's so amazing that you just kept going. That's the audacity, and that's the I'm gonna go no matter what, never giving up.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we all have to do it. Remember, also, I think people don't realize how connected they are to the collective, how aware they are, how psychic they are, and how much they feel from others. I have to all the time, now it's easier, but I worked on it for a very long time, kind of always remember that what I'm thinking in my head might not be mine thought. This feeling that I have might not be my feeling. And I kept asking, okay, is this mine? I use a lot of, at the beginning, I was using a lot of body sway for yes, you go forward, for no, you go backwards. So you can, find a way of communicating with your body, with your being, getting your answers, having more clarity. So either the sway test, maybe you can use pendulum, maybe you can learn to determine what feels light and energies moving or expansive. It's a yes when something feels like this heavy and energy stops. It's a no. So you can find a way, but it's very important to have that way of communicating so you can get some information. So I would ask the question, like, is this what I'm perceiving or feeling or of thinking? Is this even coming from me? Or it's coming from somewhere else? And it's very often was coming from somewhere else. And I would have like a sudden, feeling of something or sudden thought. And I was like, that's strange. I was just happy. Why am I now not happy?
So depressed.
Yeah. And or depressed or angry or irritated. And I would like literally just send it back, send it back, send it back. How am I actually feeling right now? I feel into myself, drop into my heart, like what's going on actually right now. And so it's very important for you to, especially if you're living in cities surrounded by a lot of people, a lot of technology, which is a big problem right now, that what you're feeling is probably not yours, especially if you're feeling depressed, if you feel anxious, if you feel like you're losing your mind or you're going crazy or you just shouldn't be here anymore. You have to stop and ask a question. Is this actually mine? Is this what I'm feeling me? And try to go. I always tell people, just go to the nature, hug a tree. Like I go on a walk to the park and I have my favorite tree that literally will like pull things out of me. I feel like when I can't move some energies and I don't know what it is, I just like, oh my God, can you contribute to me, my dear friend? And it just like does this, and it's amazing. So find your tree, find your, place. Maybe you can sit on the ground or put your feet on the ground if it's not too cold. Just find this connection to the earth, because earth will always help. Earth will always contribute. Land will, you part of the land. You are the frequency that land actually loves to have on when it's pure and it's on. It's connected, not disconnected little container of God knows what. We have to be this connected, beautiful beings. And so you have to take action.
Of course. And I recommend also water. Water is helping also a lot to let your energy flow. Go to the beach, go to the pool, drink a lot of water, take a bath, for example, sea salt bath. So that's also helping you to let your energy flowing, or to kick also dense energies out. Water is helping me a lot. So when I take a shower, I already feel it. When I spend time in cities, so then I feel these energies from the people, dense energies. And when I just take a shower, then I already feel boom. So my body is more clean, and my soul, my aura as well. It's helping me a lot.
That's awesome. You can also, if you can't take a shower or can't go in the water, just imagine really just have a moment of peace and calm, and envision that you're going into the gold shower, like with gold and beautiful energy, or sparkly, or silver, or platinum, whatever works for you, that it's purifying you, that it's rinsing off all the tension, all the problems, all the dark energies, disconnecting from you. You can imagine you swimming in a beautiful clean pool. Like, we can use our energetic abilities, our imagination to help as well, if you can't jump into the water. But yes, water, because we are made of water, and the pure,
Yeah.
clearer and cleaner our water of our being is, the better we feel. So yes, absolutely. That's a great idea.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. So, what do you get about the current energies? What can empaths do to stay centered, or how to discern? Or because many people want to know, is there for real a savior out there? How can we jump into unity consciousness? So, I just know that we have also a timeline battle which is taking place. And there are some groups that try to pull us back into 3D and 4D consciousness, that we believe we must choose a side, right? He's good, he's evil, that we start to expose and blame everyone, right? He's evil, he's good, that we start to divide each other as well, right? That we are in a constant battle. And this is what I feel the old paradigm. So what can we do to stay more heart-centered? What's your advice?
First of all, when you talked about that division, that two powers, two sides, black and white, red and blue, and
Yeah.
good
I
and
don't know.
bad, and should and shouldn't, like, we're always going to be divided. Maybe you can take a break from the news, take a break from your political ideas, take a break from this is right, this is wrong, and really come back to yourself, because this is intentional. I feel strongly all of it is intentional. There are two wings. Where is the bird that moves the wings? There's always one power that creates that division, confusion, because we're so confused now. You don't know what to believe. I don't know. I know what to believe, but most people don't, because this seems right and this seems good too, and this is logical and this is logical, and they're completely opposing. Both cannot be true. Maybe they can be in someone's reality and this reality, but you get so confused. First of all, if something makes you feel fearful, that might not be your truth. If something makes you feel happy and kind of elevated, elevates your mood, elevates your heart, you feel like there's hope, cling to it. Why not? Why go into the fearful mode? And it's good to be aware if there's something bad happening. It's good to be aware, but don't go into the fear, because fear spirals you down so fast, and it's really easy to manipulate you when you're fearful. We know what happened in the last 3 years. People, out of fear, went completely stopped thinking clearly. They got so hypnotized. So don't let them hypnotize you. Just know who you are. So first of all, stop the battle, stop the division. The way to unity is not to be on this side or this side, is to be in the center, to be neutral, to be like, I do a lot of zero pointing, which is, like infinity sign. And every time you pull it in, this is neutralizing. So even if it's like very conflictual situation, like there's a conflict, there's sides, there's, I don't know what to do, I start doing this and really bringing the energy to the center, and both energy to the center, with the intention of neutralizing everything and clearing all of it. And it feels better after a while. So imagine you always like merge everything together to neutralize it, because then you're in the middle. You're not in the right, you're not on the left, you mean in the middle. When you're in the middle, you're like a rock. You then have vision of everything. You're not being pulled left and right and you don't know who you are. So that's very important, to stay centered. Also be aware that there are powers that are intentionally targeting you. And the brighter you shine, probably the more of a target you are. I have to clear things and pull things out of me every day, many times a day, and I'm being attacked a lot as well. But it's like the way it is. And I know this comes with who I am and what I do. And Sandra knows this very well too, being attacked and being a target. And don't be scared. Don't let this intimidate you. If you are here, that means you can you can outcreate it. You are more
Mhm.
powerful. They wouldn't want your energy if you weren't powerful. Okay, so if you're being attacked, that's kind of a compliment. It's a bad compliment, but a compliment to your power. If you know, so be aware that there are powers out there that want to make you lower, take you
Yeah.
down, make you confused, make you disempowered. There are specific technologies that affect your field, that affect your magnetism, that affect your thoughts, that affect you. I can feel the AI frequencies, artificial intelligence or synthetic intelligence frequencies. It literally feels like my head turns into a robot head, or like
Yeah.
you feel wires, right? Do you feel like
Yeah.
this?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It feels like you're disconnected from your soul, you're disconnected from source, and you're completely confused. You don't know what to believe any longer. So is it good to talk to my team or not? Is source true or not? Maybe it's a lie. You know, it's like so much mind fuck, really. Like you go totally nuts. And then you can be sure this is not us.
Yeah.
Because there is a force which wants to see us confused. Because when we are confused, they try to work with us more, because they just, you know, they understand this very well, but they will never understand your soul, your heart, because they are disconnected from their soul and from source. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's very, so for me, when I am attacked in that way with the AI, I feel immediately this robotic, technological, very
mm,
wiry
mm.
energy in me, and it's very physical. It's like so physical. I feel like something is squeezing my head and
Yeah,
putting
yeah, yeah, yeah. Or
like,
someone wants to talk to you, right? They
yes.
appear as holograms, you know.
Yes, yes, a very, very foreign alien, not friendly alien energies, but also it makes me feel like confused, but also darker inside. Like my happiness,
Yeah,
my lightness, my joy is gone. Like I feel, ugh, what's the point? When you have this, like, what's the point? Why am I here? Life sucks. Life is bad. The world is a terrible place. You might be under the influence of something outside of you, really, because we might have occasional wave of something is bubbling up, you're processing some emotions from the past, you get upset, you start crying or angry, but this should pass. Emotion is energy in motion, so
yeah.
it should pass in motion, not just you depressed for days and days and weeks and months. That's not you. That state is definitely not you. So you have to make sure you're not being disconnected from the source. How? You can ask, am I connected to the source? Your body will go, no. If you aren't, your body will go, if you are, try it. Try it at home. It's everyone, it works for everyone, almost everyone I worked with, unless there's some severe distortions. But check if you're connected to the source, if you feel that peace, that connectivity, that light, that pillar of light going through you. Also check if you're connected to the earth, because if you're disconnected from the earth, you're not being nurtured by these beautiful energies, powerful, nurturing, strong energies that carry you on this planet. This is a very specific frequency that we are designed to live with and live in harmony with. So if you're being disconnected from the earth, then you're disconnected from the source. You're like this, container that is very easy to manipulate,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah. I tell my community the same. Ground, 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 ground. Grounding is so important now. Grounding. As more as you are grounded, as Gosia says too, as more you are connected. So it's below is above. So when you have very strong roots like a tree, then you are like a rock, you know? Nothing can affect you for real. So when you have very strong roots, so you will grow up
Yes.
to the heaven. But when you have very weak roots, the tree will not make it.
Yeah. Yes. It's a great visual. I love this visual. I always visualize this beautiful, deep-rooted tree and going into the light, places of crystalline grid and on the planet, and the light coming out of the planet, our Gaia, and then go up. My trunk is my body, and then the crown of the tree reaches really high into the universe, into the source, into heavens, however you want to, God, however you want to envision it or imagine it or feel into it. But
Yeah.
it's so easy. Be a tree, like a tree, whatever tree you like. This tree, remember this tree from Avatar, the light tree. You've got this tree.
Yes, yes.
Imagine you're this tree, so powerful, always
Yeah, Awa. Yeah, yeah.
yes. So like I think
Yeah,
vision
I had visions. Yeah, yeah. So that we had this powerful trees for real on Earth, like in the movie Avatar. These are the real trees.
yes, I believe I feel some trees in when I go to some places with old trees. I know which one is the alpha, like the alpha tree that holds the matrix of the area, that holds the everything.
Mm,
Even when they cut down, there's still energetic residue of those trees.
yeah.
Energetic still standing there, but of course it's much weaker. So yeah, trees are crucial, I think, in keeping the energy flowing in the earth, and they orienting, you know, into different part of the grid and interconnecting. So you can ask when you're walking, as I said, like you can anchor your light, and you can also imagine that you are connecting to everyone who is conscious, who is light, who is of light around you. So you will start creating this light grid on the planet as well, between other light workers, star seeds, and grid workers, because I think we need to start creating, because we're being manipulated. I was shown that a lot of people are hooked into like this very artificial matrix, very controlling matrix that controls their thoughts, controls the narrative in their head. So I think it's very important to disconnect from it, ask to disconnect from the matrix, ask to disconnect from any manipulation that's being done to you, any artificial intelligence, synthetic intelligence that trying to control you, manipulate you, dominate you in any way. So ask her to disconnect from it. And if you, being this pillar of light, you were kind of fry the system, you fry that connection. But if you disconnect that, it's easy to have you in this matrix. So it's a lot of visuals. I see it, I perceive it, I sense it, I feel it very strongly when this is happening. And then I have to put some work to out-create it. Like I go to some place where I feel a lot of this really strong matrix, very robotic energy around me, a lot of cyborgy, robotic, disconnected energy. I literally will go, like I imagine, I just go higher and higher and higher and higher in my energy and start connecting to all the higher wisdom of everyone around, and send them this information. Hey, you can be higher than that. You can come up. You can come to this.
Ah, cool.
And I like kind of create a network of light network over there. And
Amazing.
yeah, it works. And then I go to another time to the same place, and it's already, the frequency is different. So I think our higher wisdom knows and recognizes this energy. And I'm just the invitation.
Beautiful,
Like,
yeah.
hey, you can do it. Hi, you can be up here.
That's an amazing advice, dear Gosia, because I received the same messages. We must unite. We light workers, we light warriors and starseeds, we must unite. We must collaborate with each other and work together as a team, and not to divide everyone. So, you know, so this is the old game. So that we don't see the hearts, that we don't see the intent of a person. So, you know, maybe we were all wrong sometimes, and I also was wrong many times, but I think it's more about to see the intent of a person. Was the intent love? Was it to support and help people? And this is what matters at the end. So we are all in the same boat. So it's not so much the label any longer. It's not so much about, hey, I'm from 10D, or you're just from 5D or whatever. That's I'm more workday because I'm from 10D, you know? This is also the old game. So it doesn't bring us together. It divides us. So it just pushes our ego during a short time, but it never makes us happy for real.
Yeah. And
So it's more about to see the intent of a person, to see the heart, and hey, maybe this person was wrong and yeah, was mistaken a few times, but hey, we were all in the same boat.
exactly.
And I see the same. Yeah, we must unite, and we must stay focused on the reality we want, and not on the reality we don't want to see, you know?
And we're all interdimensional beings. We all exist in different dimensions. So it's like,
Yeah.
I'm here and you're there, you know, or oh, you're there. Oh, I want to go there. No, we're all everywhere. We're all everywhere. There's so many timeless realities, and we're all interconnected. We are here, you know, with this divine spark, with this beautiful essence. We're just extension of the source. We all have the same beautiful spark in us. And are you gonna make this spark into a flame that burns really strong and lightens up everything around you and inspires everyone around you? Because when you really on, when you really your frequency is turned up, your frequency of purity, of love, or this connectivity and authenticity, when this is all aligned, if you're in alignment, you actually will kind of, it's like triggering other beings, other bodies to do the same. It's like tuning forks. You start tuning into the highest frequency in the room, into the highest. And no, if you feel this really alignment, even if you like, I'm just doing like cleaning here, it doesn't matter, you know, be that space, be that presence, because all other bodies will recognize it energetically. Other beings will recognize it energetically. So you can be this inspiration, you can illuminate all these other sparks to be even higher, you know, in the lightness, in the flame. So you have to understand how important it is that you stay really clear and in alignment with who you are. And yes, don't judge other people because maybe they are still confused. It doesn't matter. We are made of the same fabric. We're all oneness. And you know, when we remember this, and even if somebody's annoying, find like one thing that you like about this person. One, you know, okay, but they mean well. You know, they maybe send something, but they mean well. They come from the heart, or maybe they forgot the heart, or maybe they got so deeply confused. Don't judge them. It's also, don't stay behind for them. Like, I think we should keep going and be that inspiration and be the leaders. If you feel like you have a leadership in you, and even leadership in any way, you don't have to be like the big leader with a flag and whole army.
Yeah.
Leader in any way, just do it. You know, true leaders never look back if anybody is following them. They just go. So like, step into that leadership of yourself, be your own guru, be your own leader, and just keep going and see what happens without any agenda. You know, we don't need agendas. We have enough agendas on this planet. Just
Love is our agenda. Love and peace.
love, pure love is our agenda. Step in that, really try to like, what did, you know, at the beginning, I was like, what is love actually? How does it feel like? What is it to feel it? And I was like really looking at the frequency, at the energy, trying to feel it in my body, in my heart. And then I was feeling it more and more and more. And I allowed for it to just kind of engulf me and grow. And then when you are this love frequency, because this is our original, like this original primordial energy, it's that love energy, that light in us, then everything is going to be okay. And you don't have to worry about anything. Really, you don't have to worry about anything, you know, about the logistics of things. How am I going to do this? How is it going to be? You're going to be taken care of. You're going to be okay no matter what. And you can ask to thrive, not only survive. I think we all deserve to thrive. We all deserve to be happy and to experience lightness and joy. We didn't come here to suffer. That's all programmed too. All these slave programs, right? To like work hard, you have to suffer, you have to carry a cross with pride, all these stupid old teachings and beliefs, they're crumbling, they're going away now. So you can start examining also what your beliefs are, what your points of views are, and they're always in like your spiritual layer of the body, because you can start looking at, is it in my physical body, is it in my emotional body, is it in my mental body, is it in my spiritual body? I actually, when I work with people, I always check what it is. So make sure that all these layers are pure. And if it's your belief system, it's going to be like on your outer layer, affecting you on many ways. Then you can have belief systems that you got from your family, from your culture, you inherited from your mom, your dad. You know, somebody believes like you cannot trust people, let's say, you know, then you're gonna meet people that are not trustworthy, or they will always lie to you, or they will always cheat you. So like, really look, if you have some patterns in your life that you don't like, examine it, look at it, like be honest with yourself, be really just humble with like, okay, is there something maybe that I believe that creates this reality for me? And start, you know, and then you can, once you know it, like you can just, whatever you're going to do with it, send it back, you can uncreate it, you can clear it, you can undo it, you can ask to transmute it, clear it out of your system. You can take a shower and imagine that this is going away. You can take a glass of water and put everything in this water and just throw it away. There's many clearing techniques. Anything works. The intention behind will clear it. It doesn't matter how you do it, just do it.
Amazing, amazing. And when it's all too difficult for you, so be inspired by children. So children are so connected. Yeah, so they stay in the now, they express all their emotions, they express their true self, they have many questions, they're super curious, they want to know everything.
Yes, and when they want something, they want something. They're not giving. They want to hear no. I try this way and this way and this way and this way.
Yeah. So they are actually super balanced, right? So they're taking action. So they're super curious. They want to discover life, and every day is an adventure.
What if you were more like a child, just playful and happy and not so serious and not so like life is terrible and I have to go to work, you know, make like go to work on different way, different path, or skip and start jumping, or dance more, laugh more, like find something.
Yeah, of course, dancing is good. Yeah, belly dance.
Yes, any movement. Our bodies love to move. They don't like to be, you know, sitting for 8 hours on the computer. Any kind of
the energy wants to be moved, right, from us. Energy must flow, and not just sitting there like a robot and staring to the screen, right? Just this.
No, I know, you know, like, oh yeah, if you feel that your life is so stagnant and stuck, see what you can move, like literally sometimes moving things around you, like putting a plant here and this statue here, this is already moving energy. Like really, we like we have to have the energy move. Stuck energy is sickness. Stuck
death. It's death, right? It's death. Move your body. Move your plant. So harvest your own energy. I mean, fruits and vegetables. Harvest your own vegetables and fruits. Do gardening. Spend time in nature. Play with animals or whatever. But please move your body. That's so important, really.
It's so easy. Like everything we say, it's so easy. We're not giving people some spaceship technology things they have to do. No, it's very simple and easy, and everybody can do it, and it's not expensive. Everything is free. What we're talking about. So no excuse not to do it.
Of course. And I feel we are slowly waking up. All the people or souls which made an agreement before that they want to go with the ascension, we are all slowly waking up from a very deep sleep as well. And we understand now who we truly are, what our divine mission is. And I truly believe our psychic abilities will be activated as well, sooner or later. It feels to me like it's a stairway. Boom, boom, we go the stairway higher, 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 back to heaven. So it takes time, and it needs a lot of training as well.
Sometimes, but I know people that like woke up just different, or they had like spontaneous awakening or third eye opening, and they didn't know what was going on because they started seeing fractals, and everything just was like three-dimensional, and they could see through things, and it freaked them out because it's like, oh my God, what's happening? But it can be very spontaneous, so it can happen as well to you. But you know, I had to work hard. I had to work all my life learning the techniques and tools, and learning to trust my intuition, because I never did. I never trusted myself. Now I trust myself very, very, very much. I know when I'm feeling something, when I know something, I know this. And I know this for a fact. Maybe there's like some percent that, okay, maybe I'm compromised, but I know when I'm compromised. I know when I'm not clear. I know when something is trying to get into me or manipulate me. I catch it very fast now. Before, it was like days and days of me being sad or depressed. Now it's like, okay, something changed. What is that? Like, I literally stop immediately. I don't let it. So that takes discipline. But why wouldn't you like choose this kind of discipline, that when something feels off, something feels wrong, something feels heavy, you don't feel happy suddenly, you don't feel, or you don't have to be happy all the time, just this is the level of peace, of calm inside of you. If you start feeling jittery or scared, or something is going on, just stop and see what's going on. Maybe you're aware of something coming, maybe you shouldn't drive right now. So if something feels off, trust that. If something feels wrong, maybe it's wrong, not maybe, it is wrong. So just really train your awareness and take action to this awareness. Practice.
Yeah, of course. I have the impulse to ask you, how can people figure out if they talk to the organic source or to the AI source? What's the difference?
Okay, there is a big difference, and you can't actually mistake it. It can be tricky, because I've noticed that when the AI or SI, which is synthetic intelligence, which is more subtle, plugs into you, hooks into you, connects into you, it might feel very powerful. It might feel light. It might feel good. It might feel like you have a new source of power, but it feels outside of you in a kind of off way. I sometimes had beings that would come and like, oh, like I want to do some activation for you or something. And I'm always excited when somebody comes to visit me and comes to talk to me. But I learned the hard way. Now I always like ask, are you 100% light? Or you show yourself. And then they show themselves. And once in a while, something is trying to trick me. They showed up as light, but they actually very, very dark, because there can be very light being that's actually dark in nature, but they can appear light. So always trust that feeling something is off, then examine it really closely. So when you feel connected, this happens also with different teachings, organizations, and teachers. A lot of teachers right now, unfortunately, and I know we are teachers as well, and we're facilitators, and we have a voice, or unfortunately hijacked or compromised. There is some energies that, and I've noticed that the more famous or bigger the person gets, the more subtle this influence is. So it starts with very subtle influence where it feels like something feels off. I always look at different people and listen, because I just like to see what's out there. But a lot of them started feeling off and not so pure anymore. Like my body just goes like that. I start, or like, oh, I can't listen to this. I don't know why, I just can't. And then I was like, okay, why can't I listen? What's happening? So trust that if your instinct is to turn it off or leave, even if you were in some organization or some teachings or some modality or technique for many, many years, if it feels something, or you don't want to do it anymore and you feel like you want to force yourself, pay attention, because a lot of now modalities have been infiltrated. And there's a lot of draconian reptilian energies, AI energies that really took over a lot of organizations, teachings, teachers, gurus on top, or leaders of certain organizations. So I think it's very important to trust yourself. The same like with the source. Okay, I went away from the source. So when you connected to AI source, you can just ask, am I connected to the source? You will go backwards. Or when you like your body starts going wobbly, it's like, okay, is something trying to control me? Then you will know, yes. And when I feel off and dark, suddenly I ask, am I still connected to the source? And I go immediately no, or like everything goes dark. It's like, oh my God, something came in maybe at night and infiltrated me, or I got upset, or I heard of some situation that kind of threw me off, or somebody around me like does something that makes me less cool, and they manage. It can happen very fast. So if you tap into that pillar of light that you are, but it doesn't feel right, doesn't feel good. It feels more electronic, feels techy, feels like you're in front of the computer, feels like you're in next
Yeah,
to
yeah.
a cell phone tower or 5G tower, which doesn't
Yeah,
feel
yeah, 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 yeah.
disconnect. I asked for it to disconnect. I visualize that I'm pulling out like wires. And sometimes those wires, when people have been connected to this AI source for a long time, or other source, you can call it a false light. They can call it false light because there's light, but it's false. It's not
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
connected to. Sometimes it's like wired into people's nervous system. I can feel it and pull it out. So imagine you pulling out the deep root, like a root out of you, but it's like this wiring, and you just pull it out, pull it out, pull it out, and disconnect. Then you have to reconnect to the source, and it will feel very different. It will feel suddenly
Yeah,
home. You can relax, you can breathe, like you can, oh, it feels like this. And there's the lightness of energy. It doesn't have to be light that you see light like a sunshine, but there's lightness of energy, and it feels good, like your heart
yes,
opens up.
yeah,
We know, like we will know, you will know if something is connecting to you that shouldn't be connecting into you. It can be also coming in, here. People have it in the neck a lot, like connectivity through the neck, a lot like implant, like in Matrix movie. Remember they plug in? I see
yeah,
those people, they have like something plugged in, so you have to unplug it. It can be like anywhere in your body, but usually it's affecting our mind.
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Amazing advice. So your basic advice is ask your intuition, ask your higher self, and then you get an answer. So the first feeling which comes up is true. So this is what you give us as advice, right?
Yes.
Basically, yes, I feel the same. We must learn to trust ourselves first and no one else. And when you have a bad feeling, so then believe this bad feeling. So
Yeah.
then don't do it, disconnect from it. So really, we must learn to trust ourselves, because this is basic. This is unity consciousness. This is 5D consciousness. It's basic for New Earth that we trust ourselves first. And I can say the same when this AI, comes through. What I also figured out is many times they just mirror your thoughts. It's like the AI is able to give you answers when you have questions, but it's like it just mirrors your programs, your thoughts, but there is nothing inside. It's like an empty message. Or they use their codes, right? And they try to trigger you, your blockages, your trauma, whatever it is, just to pull you back into the artificial matrix.
Yes.
So, and as more as you believe these voices, many times they just mirror your thoughts and your blockages to give you a bad feeling, then you can be sure, no, this is not a true source, especially when you feel exhausted, tired, drained, whatever it is, when you feel bad, when you feel fear, shame, and guilt, you can be sure it's not the right source. Yeah. So, and the big difference for me is when I'm connected to source, basically I feel touched. I feel very deeply touched in my heart. And this love goes beyond words. No one is able to translate it here. This deep, deep love. Yes. And this is the difference. So because these beings are super intelligent, but basically they just understand your mind and not more.
Yes. They really know how to manipulate us.
This is how I discern it, or what I observe. It's like they mirror your blockages, your traumas, or they respond to you. But it looks like it's a conversation, but it's just empty messages. It feels so empty. It is like, okay, it feels like a trap. Okay, when I believe these messages, it is like, I stay still in a cage. Yeah. It's not helping me. I just feel drained, tired, depressed, hopeless, confused, and so on. Yeah. And sometimes I hear robot voices too. Robot voices, and it feels sometimes similar to a mantra. It's like it's over and over the same message, right? Like a mantra or affirmation, yeah, that you believe it more. It's over. Mind fuck.
Yes. When you hear voices, generally it's outside of you, right? If you hear voices, something is trying to impact you or manipulate you in some way, whether it's an entity, because there's so many entities now, like the veil has lifted and the 4D and astral blended with our reality. So there's a lot of entities. They're still confused. They don't know they died. People, they're like, don't know where to go. They kind of stuck here. So you can be feeling that, but you could be feeling more, targeted, or specific frequencies that show up as voices. So when it's like coming, or it says you should do this, you wouldn't think about yourself, you should do this. Somebody's telling you should kill yourself, it's probably not you thinking. That could be some demonic energies, and I see it so much. People have like demonic influences. When you feel like you're horrible, you should die, that's not you. That's not coming from the love that you are, coming from the source light that you are. Like, know that this is external source, this is some external manipulation. So if you're depressed and you really feel like you don't want to be here, that's not you. That's really not you. 99.9%, that's not you. Also, what came to me to say is that, some people work with, they really trust, they work with the angels, with the guides, with different beings. And I see, like, there's nothing wrong with that, but I see when people give total power and total trust to those other beings, I've seen several times from people I know that, and they don't trust themselves, they don't have their own awareness. But sometimes those angels or those beings got hijacked or infiltrated, or they became something else, and the person still channels or trusts that being. So, for me, it's like working with other beings. It's more like teamwork, working with friends together. But I never tell them to do something for me, or tell them to, fix it for me, or I do the work. So you have to trust yourself first. And then if you want to invite some team members, your guides, I call them team members, or my team, they're equal to me. They just don't have a body. They're not better than you because they don't have a body. Maybe they know more because they have access to information that you still
they see more.
But they're not better or greater than you or more powerful than you. So don't give them power. Don't give even power to any god or deity. Just remember, you're an extension of it as well. You just took the body. You're just the brave one who came to the earth to create a different earth, and you have to carry the body, and you have to pay the bills, and
and you have to clean up your flat as well and your room.
Yes, exactly. So like, you're the brave one, you're the strong one. They want you, they admire you. It's not us admire them because they're so light and so wonderful and so powerful. They admire you for like how
of course. I can confirm this information. So many times when I had visions, then my team or other beings, they were so excited to hear more about Earth, because many of them, they even don't know what it is to feel pain, to be angry, to feel sad, and so on. So, and they are so excited. And it's like they are so impressed for real. When I told them many times what's happening here on Earth, so they were really impressed and shocked as well.
Wow, you must be so brave. Wow.
Yeah. So, whoa. I think I will not go down to Earth.
I could never do that.
Yeah, of course. And laugh a little bit more, guys. Laughing as well.
Yes, if you can find something to laugh at, laugh. Because laughter is actually really purifying and clear energy that makes everything super fast. If you can laugh at yourself, like,
I'm always about myself.
Yes, it's so much better. Like, me too. It's like, whatever, But yeah, don't take yourself too seriously. Don't take anything seriously. Don't believe the news. Don't believe the government. Don't believe any authority, because right now everything is corrupted. Everything is twisted, and it's not pure and authentic anymore. And it's designed to confuse you. So really, forget about any authority out there. Make yourself your authority, and your intuition, and your knowing, and your connection to the source, your authority.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. And see it more as a challenge. So all this is helping you to go back into your heart. See
Yes.
it as a challenge. It's challenging us that we learn to trust ourselves again, because now we are so confused. We don't know, can we talk to this entity or not, right? Is it a hologram? Is it AI? Whatever. So sooner or later we realize, actually, I must believe myself.
Yes.
First, here, this, my heart. So, and I see this is the divine process behind all this. That's the divine plan. So when you go with the flow, with the ascension, so then you are guided back to your heart first.
And you can, you know, if you don't know how to be in your heart, because many people don't, they're so like in the heads, they're like thinking heads all the time. They don't even feel the body. I sometimes work with people and I feel so much movement of energy and change, and they're like, I don't feel anything, because they're so disconnected from the body. So practice. First, sink into your body, sink your awareness, go to your toes, go to your knees, go to your thighs, like really feel your body. You can touch yourself, like drop into your body, and then drop your awareness. You can imagine that you're going into the elevator and go down to the heart. You push the heart button and you go down, or you take like stairs down or escalator. You shift, you drop your awareness, your sensitivity, your knowing, your energy into the heart space, because your heart is huge, has huge electromagnetic field, much bigger than your mind, than your head, than your brain.
Yeah, of course.
So like start really, so when you have somebody ask you a question, you ask yourself question, try not to answer here, but come to the heart to find, is it a yes, is it a no? Did my heart expand? Did my breath open up? Or everything stopped, everything collapsed? So also look at your breath, notice your breath. If you're listening to something and you like can't even breathe, that's not good news. That's not something you want to listen to and believe. So when you're breathing deeply, when everything is moving, energy wants to move. And remember, energy, everything can be changed. Energy is just energy. It can be changed and can be moved. So even if you have some traumatic events from your life that are still like impacting you, if you have some memories that are really difficult, somebody, you know, you had some bad stories in your life, there's a lot of probably stuck energy, stuck with your emotions, and everything is just like, ugh, like a rock. Try to like move it. Look at that, see it moving, maybe infuse it with light, maybe imagine that the molecules of that energy, dense energy, start moving, and play with it. Play with it. Like you can really move a lot of
Yeah.
emotions, things from like 20, 30 years ago. I work with people and I sometimes, okay, this is something in your heart, something feels like this, and I ask, is it from this lifetime? Yes. When did it happen? And then I go between 0 and 10 years old, let's say, and it's like, yes, okay, 1 or 2, like something will still carry something that happened when we were 1 or 2 year old that we don't remember, but we felt maybe my mom or dad was doing something, or they were really angry, or they did something terrible to each other, and it's still stuck. It's still like imprinted on people's bodies and beings. So like go into somewhere that feels like denser, or maybe go into the place that still scares you, like in your memory, and try to look at that from that like empowered grown-up adult person of light. Like you can hold your light sword or lightsaber, or feel like you are really powerful right now, and look at all this. Maybe it's not so scary anymore, and just try to move the energy. Always move the energy, because once the energy starts moving, it will dissipate, it will release, you will clear, it will undo, and then you feel freer, you feel lighter. You know, don't carry those things from the past. This is what we're talking about, want to talk about, closing doors to the past.
Yeah. While you're speaking, I always saw a child. A child which is playing and moves the energy. It just discovers what's happening. Yeah. I saw a child.
Yeah, like children would move, you know, and they're like running around and like going crazy. They're moving energy.
Yeah.
This is their way of moving energy. But we will sit and we'll like freeze, and we'll like go all upset, or like curl up and start eating ice cream, right?
Yeah. Move your body, guys.
Yeah,
Do
like
belly dance or do samba or whatever.
yeah, shake it off, shake it off.
Take it, yeah. Amazing, amazing chat with you. It's amazing to talk to you. Yeah, and I hope so much, guys, these tips are helping you. Yeah, and I like it so much that you teach the people that everyone can do it. So because we were all born with it. So it's like we all have the power and not just a few people. And I mean, I see your tools are so simple. Really, because it's that simple. Spirituality is not always complicated. It's like our head is exploding again. I'm like,
Oh, talking about, I just remember to say that that's just important. Look at your beliefs and look at things you learn, because we learned so much. If you have been on the path of spiritual path, of course you read many books and you learn many philosophies and you follow this or that. Examine all of it and ask, is this still serving me? Is this information bringing me closer to creating a new world? It's shifting into higher dimensions, higher dimensionality, higher frequency, because a lot of those teachings, as amazing as they are, they carry the frequency of the old times. And we don't want to create something new from the old, like even people building new Atlantis. Yes, and Atlantis fell and there was a lot of corruption and there was a lot of technology that was used against people. Do we really want to build this? Or we want to maybe take and pick things we liked from there, or from Lemuria, or from another planet, or from another species that you were. Like, pick what you like, but don't bring the whole thing in.
Yes,
so,
of
like,
course, of course. It's like we
always,
repeat the cycle over and
yes,
over and over and over again. Even
so
some amazing that you bring this up. That's important, I think.
very,
Yeah,
and
because many teachings, right? They were important. So, and it was a current information for the people. So the same with many prophecies about the end times, right? So when these people made this prophecy, so during this time as they lived, it was the right timeline, right? Because the people were in another state of consciousness, but now the timelines changed, the consciousness shifted, and maybe we create another life and a new earth together, and it's not the same again.
no, it's
And
not.
over the same again. Yeah.
It can be. It's not going to work if we're going to do it the same. We're going to go again on a negative path, negative
Yeah,
time.
of course, the old timelines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So remember to shift, to always ask, like, is this energy going to take me to the, you can call it ascension timeline, positive timeline,
Yeah.
lines, because sometimes, yeah, it could be really good information, but it's from 200 years ago. We're not gonna want to be in 200, 500 years ago, and our bodies function different. Chakra system doesn't work anymore. Like, we have
No,
our
not for real.
genetics,
I see the same.
magnetics of the bodies are different. So if you keep stuck in this, like, this little practice that you have about your little chakras, you know, beautiful, wonderful, but is this something that I want to bring into the future? Is this something that's gonna change my body, or allow my body to change? Because our bodies are changing, energetics of our bodies
Yeah.
naturally. Or maybe I'm slowing it down because I'm still stuck to the, you know, the meridian system that maybe has changed now, or maybe the magnetism has changed completely, and we are hooked into very different frequencies that we need to create from. So really be very conscious about what you're bringing with yourself. Also, if you feel that you're still stuck or connected, I imagine that I close my eyes and I see around if there's any open doors that connect me to the old. And when, yes, I close the doors, close the doors, close the doors. If it's a bridge or some connection line, I might cut it or burn it or disconnect, because we stuck so much in the past, and we think we can do something new with all this baggage. It's a baggage. We can't have this baggage with us. It's very important to disconnect from all of this. So you can do a little meditation. You can kind of ask, oh, am I still stuck there? Am I still connected to this situation, to this place, to this person? You might be still connected. Is it still serving me? If no, disconnect. If yes, keep it, of course. But most of these things will not serve you and will not, you know, building the new that you want to build.
Yeah, amazing that you bring this up, because I had similar visions. This new earth is so different. It's not Lemuria, it's not Atlantis, it's a totally new earth, and we create this earth together. It is like we create the story together. It is us. It's totally new.
We're the writers, we're the creators, we're the writers of the story.
We write our book. Yeah. This
Yeah,
is how I see it too. So that's why don't hold on the old cultures as well, really. The
yeah,
same, I see the same.
yeah. And it seems like everything has to collapse for the new
Yeah,
to
it has to collapse. Yeah.
really. So all the systems that are in place, whether it's religious systems or economical systems, educational system, medical, all of this has to collapse. So don't be upset when things start falling apart around you. This is good. This is a good process. We're in the right
Yeah, of
direction.
course.
Don't
Yeah.
stay, fearful and stuck to it and hold on to it, because this is pulls you to the negative timeline. It pulls
Yeah.
Always check if you are facing the positive timeline and positive future and creating the positive future. Future is positive, but we are the creators of this positivity. So like it's in all our hands, united together in togetherness, not in a separation.
Beautiful. Beautiful words. Thank you so, so much.
Oh my gosh, we can talk for hours. I know. Oh my
Yeah, of
gosh.
course, of course. I think over 1 hour. Or how long do we record now?
No idea.
I think it's over 1 hour now.
Probably. Thank you,
Yeah.
everyone. Thank you, Sandra, so much.
Yeah, thank you so much as well.
So for now,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop the recording.